in an ecosystem often described as decentralized and democratic. A paradoxical truth persists. The cryptocurrency market is profoundly influenced by a small group of entities holding massive amounts of digital assets. While millions of individual investors trade fractions of Bitcoin or Ethereum, a handful of whales, whether corporations, foundations, exchanges, or individuals control billions of dollars worth of crypto, shaping liquidity, volatility, and, in some cases, even the strategic direction of entire networks. Far from being anonymous figures, many of these giants operate publicly with traceable wallets and declared strategies. This article explores the top 10 largest crypto holders in the world in 2025, revealing who truly moves markets behind the scenes. 1. Strategy Inc. Formerly MicroStrategy, the world's largest institutional Bitcoin accumulator led by visionary Michael Saylor, Strategy Inc., is by far the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin on the planet. With over 220,000 BTC on its balance sheet, valued at more than $19 billion at current prices, the company has transformed BTC into its primary treasury reserve, placing U.S. Treasuries and traditional cash. Since 2020, Saylor has pursued a rigorous institutional HODL strategy, buying even during sharp downturns. His approach isn't speculative, it's a philosophical bet on Bitcoin's superiority as an apolitical store of value. With each new acquisition, Strategy reinforces its role as a structural demand anchor in the ecosystem. To Binance, the exchange giant with multi-layered reserves. Binance, the world's largest exchange by volume, holds one of the most diversified and valuable portfolios in the industry. While it doesn't disclose exact figures, it's estimated to control hundreds of thousands of BTC, millions of ETH, and billions in its native token BNB, along with vast stablecoin reserves, USDT, USDC, and listed altcoins. Some of these assets sit in ultra-secure cold storage, others in hot wallets for liquidity, and others still in user guarantee reserves. Binance is also the largest BNB staker, using its token for network governance and security. Under CEO Richard Teng, the company has pushed a global compliance agenda, but the sheer volume under its custody grants Binance unmatched market power. 3. Ethereum Foundation, the guardian of ETH. The Ethereum Foundation, a non-profit organization based in Switzerland, remains one of the largest holders of Ether. Although it has distributed much of its initial token allocation to developers and researchers, it still holds tens of thousands of ETH in long-term wallets, used to fund innovation, network security, and decentralized protocol initiatives. More than just a holder, the foundation acts as the custodian of Vitalik Buterin's original vision, ensuring the Ethereum ecosystem evolves in alignment with its core principles of decentralization and utility. 4. Satoshi Nakamoto, the billionaire Ghost Bitcoin's anonymous creator. Satoshi Nakamoto remains at the top of the list through legacy and mystery. It is estimated that Satoshi mined between 700,000 and 1.1 million BTC in the network's earliest days, 2009-2010. These coins have never been moved, and their mere existence acts as a psychological and scarcity factor in the market. If ever sold, they would trigger a catastrophic collapse. But because they remain dormant, they function as buried digital gold, a reminder that Bitcoin was born as an ideological project, not a speculative one. 5. BlackRock, the institutional colossus that's here to stay. With the launch of the iShares Bitcoin Trust IBIT, BlackRock, an asset manager overseeing more than $9 trillion in assets, has become one of the most powerful institutional forces in crypto. Although BTC is held in third-party custody, for example, Coinbase, BlackRock manages over 350,000 BTC on behalf of clients through its ETF. This places it among the world's largest holders. Its entry has not only legitimized BTC for pension funds and endowments, but created a regulated, continuous demand channel capable of attracting trillions in the coming years. Zix Coinbase, the exchange that became custody infrastructure beyond being a major exchange. Coinbase operates as the leading institutional custody provider for giants like BlackRock, Fidelity, and Fortune 500 companies. This means that, while it doesn't own the assets, it directly manages hundreds of thousands of BTC and millions of ETH in secure wallets. Additionally, it maintains its own operational and treasury reserves. With the expansion of its base blockchain, Coinbase is also accumulating native assets like ETH and L2 tokens, strengthening its role as the central hub of regulated crypto finance. 7. Changpeng Zhao CZ, the billionaire individual, although he stepped back from Binance's day-to-day operations following his US DOJ settlement. Changpeng Zhao CZ remains one of the world's largest individual crypto holders. While he has sold portions of his holdings, he is still believed to own tens of thousands of BTC, hundreds of thousands of ETH, and significant BNB. His wealth, though reduced, still places him among the top 10 individuals by crypto holdings, and his influence as a sector pioneer remains immense. 8. Tether Limited, the stablecoin keeper, Tether Limited, issuer of USDT, the world's largest stablecoin, holds one of the most valuable wallets in terms of liquidity. While USDT is backed by real-world assets, the company also maintains significant reserves of BTC, ETH, and digital gold as part of its diversification strategy. More importantly, it controls over $120 billion in USDT in circulation, making it the largest source of liquidity in the crypto market. Any Tether movement directly impacts volume and stability across all exchanges. 9. Vitalik Buterin, the visionary with a symbolic wallet. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin owns hundreds of thousands of ETH, but his true influence lies not in quantity, but in the symbolism of his actions. In 2021, he donated over $1 billion worth of SHIB to Public Health Kazisa, gesture demonstrating his detachment from personal wealth. Still, he maintains a significant ETH position, which he uses to fund research in cryptoeconomics, decentralized identity, and privacy. His wallet is less a financial asset and more a tool of philosophical governance. 10. Governments and state agencies. US, El Salvador, Ukraine, finally, nation-states have entered the list. The United States, through the Department of Justice, holds over 190,000 BTC seized in operations like Silk Road and MT, Goxa treasure now valued at over $16 billion. Though not yet sold, there's growing debate about using it to pay down debt or establish a strategic reserve. El Salvador, meanwhile, has accumulated more than 2,500 BTC as official state policy, becoming the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Ukraine, too, received tens of thousands of BTC in wartime donations, showcasing crypto's power as a tool of sovereignty in crisis. Conclusion: power, responsibility, and the future of decentralization. This top 10 reveals a complex reality. The crypto market is decentralized in technology but concentrated in ownership. While networks operate in a distributed fashion, economic power resides in few hands. Yet there's a crucial difference from traditional finance. These wallets are public, auditable, and often aligned with the ecosystem's greater good. Strategy doesn't sell. The Ethereum Foundation funds innovation. Satoshi's BTC remains untouched. This creates a unique balance between power and responsibility. The real question isn't who holds the most crypto, but how these giants wield their influence. So far, most have acted as guardians of the original vision, not value extractors, but builders of a new financial system. And in this long game, the greatest asset isn't the number of coins, it's the conviction behind them.